Okie dokie. Well, thanks guys for joining. I appreciate you and your consistency, and it's always nice to see your faces and catch up a little bit. I like to start with shout outs, and the month is young. It's only about a weekend, although it's a whole weekend. Good grief.
I know.
Holy cow. There isn't a lot happening yet, but we have 2 active peeps. So shout out to Amy and Heather Smith. Good job.
Ooh.
They're both active and doing well. So that's good. The rest of us got to get busy. I find that this time of year is challenging because it's so busy for personal, like, I say that. It's always busy. I don't know. It's just always busy. That's why I'm learning. It's not really an off season. But yeah, people have spring break this week and next week. Yay, spring break. Oh. Everything's so expensive right now, right? Like skyrocketing, and families are feeling it. So I know there's been some talk of like, how much is that affecting our business and small business and things that maybe aren't necessities, and could be. I know for me, like I would still want my Scentsy, but I'd probably be thinking a little bit more about how much I spend on bigger stuff. So that might mean a strategy is just more people, little purchases for more people. So trying to, get more people messaged. I spent a lot of time the last week or so going through my people who buy from me a lot and reaching out. I sent a little text that said something like, after 12 and a half years of business, I'm trying to go through and consolidate and really find my people who want to be, contacted and kept in the loop. So please fill out this Google form if you would like to be. I said something like, great news, you made the cut, or something like that. I'm going to read exactly what I sent, just in case anybody else needed a little tip for reaching out to people, or you need to maybe make just a more consolidated list of people to contact. This is what I said. I always try to say their name. I hope you're enjoying this beautiful day. I know you filled out your info for me a million times, so I hate to ask again, but it would really help me out to get everyone in the same place. And this time comes with a chance to win prizes. So I don't want you to miss out on this. And I put it in caps with googly eyes. After 12 and a half years of business, I'm cleaning up my Scentsy customer database to only include my VIPs. So in order to still receive all my specials and be entered for all my prize giveaways, I need you to update your contact info by filling out this short and easy form. As soon as I receive 10 completed forms, I will start a giveaway with lots more to come. Woohoo! And then this was the end of the month. So I said, I also have an order going in today. Let me know if you need some wax bulbs or perhaps hand cream for this dry weather. And then I attached my Google form, told them, thank you for being my loyal customer. I appreciate them more than they know. So it was very wordy. I'm sure some people could have just said, please fill this out and get in a prize, but for me, I'm pretty wordy. So I wrote all that hoping that it would explain like why I needed it. I got a good bit of responses. I had more people to send it to. So I figure each week if I could do a hunk, then I could just do that. And so for me, I've used MailChimp for a really long time, but my customer list is 600 people long. And so when you send emails like that, a lot of them, your success rate is much smaller than small groups of people. It gets marked as spam more often and things like that. And so what I did is I exported them from my Google form and then imported them into MailChimp. I think MailChimp is pretty simple. You just have to copy the addresses. So like on my spreadsheet, just went through, copied all the emails, put them in. If it finds duplicates, it takes care of that. So that's nice. And then I tagged that whole new group in with my VIPs. I just put a tag for VIPs. So now when I want to email, instead of just doing my whole 600 and something customer base, I'm going to just tag my VIPs. It'll just email those 60, 70, 80 people, whatever it is. I'm hoping that way we get more success with my email campaigns, because I feel like this last year they were really not getting much, where in the past I'd get tons of response if I was having an open house or if I was doing like a VIP sale, or I just feel like it's been weird lately. So I'm hoping this will help. It also just gets me in a, hey, reaching back out and kind of who to focus on, which I think is good. I always suggest to everyone, and you guys are pros, so I'm sure you have it, but having your actual list of 100. Mine is well over 100, and I'm trying to update it. So I have all these versions. I've shown this before, but if someone's watching this for the first time, like I have all these, that's my measurements. I have all these lists of potential hosts, people, my dream team who I would love to join me. But then this is my updated list of 100 from a year and a half ago. Needs to be updated again. So that's what I'm doing. But I just went through and I wrote all these names I could think of, anyone who's bought. And then when I had my old list too, so I double checked all that. And so I'm starting a new list. And that's who I literally wrote down everyone I wanted to text that message to. And then I started jotting down when I succeeded. And then when they answered my form, I made a fresh list. So I'm a list person. Some people are like, that's just crazy. Why would you do any of that? But I like having a physical list to like, hey, I'm just going to talk to 5 people today. So yes, and Amy also does that. So I also updated my Amy app. I'm trying to use it more often. We talked about that last time or two. It's a little harder. You have to change your exported things to certain columns and then import it, but it can be done. So with my husband's help, I'm getting that done too. And then tagging them because when you import all that, I'm asking for birthday on my form. Would y'all like to see my form?
Yeah,
I can screen share it. Let me share that in just a second. Okay, let me get to that, but just real quick, because I almost always do the calendar. Anything coming up this week? Something tomorrow.
Dumbo.
What'd you call me? Kidding. Yes.
Doesn't
and
the
Easter
come out?
Easter's tomorrow too. So it would be a great day, like later today, we get off this call just to go message a few people who maybe would like some of the Easter goodies, make life easy for them. That would be good. Boy, that Dumbo warmer is beautiful. Like I don't need a Dumbo warmer, but if somebody was like doing a nursery or somebody just loves Dumbo, that is that one's up there with the up warmer for me. Like, even though I don't need it, I'm like kind of want it. It's so
I
pretty.
know, it is pretty.
And it was well done, I think. The newsletter goes out Wednesday. So if you haven't updated or put something specific, you could put your Google form in there if you made one before then, just to say, hey, in fact, I should put mine in there for anyone who catches it that way. If you're having an open house, you want to do a Facebook sell, you want to, whatever kind of thing you want to put in there. And then on the 10th, which is Thursday, something else awesome happens. What happens on the 10th?
Oh, we get paid.
Yeah, we get paid. Thank goodness. We got to pay for gas. My gas was just $90.
What?
Yeah, mine about $70.
And it was not even all the way empty. I mean, the light had just come on.
Do you put premium in yours?
Well, my husband does. My husband puts premium in because that's what's recommended. I do not. I put regular.
Yeah.
He's like, that's what's supposed to be because it's a premium. I'm like, eh. So he gets it like every other time, I guess. The other thing is I just did on Thursday night, I was driving to band rehearsal and we were kind of late. And it's funny because he normally drives. I'm going to tell my story on myself. So he drives very cautious and I drive very fast and just go for it. And so he, with my car, it's got the really good camera where it lines up the lines. And so you can really get in the lines right. Well, when he parks it, he goes in, he pulls back out, he checks, he goes back in. It's a 3 or 4 thing and he's not fast about it. And it drives me bonkers. I'm like, so let's go. I could have been out of here by now. When I drive, I pull in, I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good. I'm going to quick go back forward and I'm done. Well, Thursdays, he almost always drives to band and I kind of focus on, because I'm conducting, I just like look at stuff. But for some reason we were running late. I was like, I'm just going to drive. So I got in. I think he had a headache that day. I was like, I'll just drive. So we get there and I pull up to the very front of the place. There's people standing out. And when I pull up, I kind of hit the tire stop. And I'm like, oh, back up real fast. Well, when I did, I think my tire was turned funny. And knowing now that the tire stop had some damage and it had some exposed rebarb, it punctured my tire.
Oh,
My tires were only like 3 years old and and it was totally flat by the time I came out of rehearsal. So I had to put the spare on and then we had to go get 4 new tires because this one was damaged beyond repair. And it's a 4-wheel drive. So you can't just do one. And the other ones had enough tread wear that, I mean, they were like, yeah, you should do all. I'm like, oh, so it's been expensive. I know. So I need my payday. I did. Not the one on Whitestone.
Yeah.
Because the one in Leander didn't have my tires. So
yeah. Well,
life is so
when Chad
expensive.
is a manager at Discount Tire, you get like the top manager, you get 2 sets of tires a year. And then when he left there, I'm like, oh my God, I hate buying tires.
I know.
Oh, seriously, that was a good perk. You're like,
because we would get them potentially even without like needing them, and
Yes.
he would, put bigger tires on his Jeep or whatever and
Right.
use up.
Well, my tires are expensive. They're big, giant, big, giant car. Okay. I'm gonna try to share my screen and show you all my. Do you see my screen?
No.
Or
Not yet.
Okay. Let me try that again. Oh, there we go. I think it should happen now. Now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So I had actually created a first one. This is my updated one because my first one went out and I got some other responses. So I think I'm at about 70 responses, but I made this little header in Canva. It was already basically made, so it was easy. And I can show y'all that if you want. But I basically just put, what I wanted them to do. I put the link to my VIP group right here because I didn't have that many people in my VIP group on Facebook and wanted to get some more. So I've added probably 15 people, and I think I have some more to go manually add. I do click on want to capture their email. That way I know for sure who it is. I asked for first and last name, cell phone, mailing address. I wanted the whole thing because at first people are just putting their street address. So my second form, I was like, please put everything, like I need it all. Would you like to be included in my Facebook Messenger cells? So that'll be an easy category to go look up when I want to do one of those. When is your birthday? And at first I just asked for birthday month and had a list on my first form. But then I decided to actually put the dates and things in. So I asked for that. If you do not already receive them, would you like to subscribe to my bi-monthly smelly box? So I did a yes, please, no, thank you, maybe. I'd like more info. And I got a few, I'd like more info. So might get a few subscribers that way. Would you like a brand new Scentsy catalog? It was shocking how many people said no. I was like, really? That's interesting. I guess people are just like, I'll just look online, or
Yeah.
it was crazy because these are the people who buy. And so it was kind of eye-opening because I'm always so stressed about getting the new catalog out. Oh, you gotta get it. It's like a big deal to me. Eye-opening. That was interesting. So anyway, a few people said yes, please, but I decided to ask for their name on Facebook in case we weren't connected and we could find them. Name on Instagram. I don't really know. I'll use that, but I'll have it. If you buy frequently, let me start you your very own shopping link to use to build up rewards. It can be shared with friends as well if you'd like. Can I start one for you? I didn't word that very good. I think I need to go back and change that. You're already shopping, why not get free Scentsy? And I got one or two say, yeah, start me a shopping link, or maybe. And then here I tried again to like get them to just click the VIP link, but it was weird because you can't. Anyway, everybody was clicking the circle and that doesn't actually take them there. So I put it in two places in hopes, but if they answer yes, then I can at least try to add them. And then I put this one on here. Do you have a charity or charities that you would like to receive a donation from me? If so, please add. So my idea was clearly to get an updated list and just streamline who I'm sending stuff to. Also, I thought anytime, like what I need to do now is this Google form needs to have a QR code, and it needs to be on something that I have everyone I come into contact say, hey, fill this out. You'll be in my VIP and I'll have all your info. So that's what I'm planning to do, is make a QR code of this. So yeah, and then you can see the responses, which if most of you have used a form, but if someone's watching it hasn't, you get all their information. Yeah, here was the Facebook Messenger. A lot of people, yes, 61% were interested in that. There were some yeses for Smelly Box and some maybes. Scentsy catalog, 43% said yes, but I mean, almost half said no. So that's just interesting to me. Any questions on this from you two?
I don't think so.
I'm a Google form nut. Look at me.
Yeah.
Like all my Google forms. Now I'm planning a band banquet, so I've got those too for the kids. Okay, let's go to Canva. Let's see my messy desktop. Anything that y'all would like to actually try to make, and we can make it together, or a specific kind of thing you'd like to learn to do on Canva?
Yeah, I have a question. So I was going to try to make those little waxes love, soak it up, or, the little, I don't know, maybe they were like 3x3 cards or little squares to put like on top of your counter cleanups. And I
confidence. Okay.
uploaded somebody's, like they shared their template and it had like 8 on a page. But I
Okay.
could not figure out how to get it sized correctly.
Because when they weren't the right size when you printed them, or
And it was just a mess. Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to get it to print multiple on a page, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
do you have that template handy? Like, could you share
Um,
it with me in a
yeah,
Facebook
maybe.
message or something? Maybe I can try.
Yeah,
I
let
don't
me see.
know. I would think that we could probably, I wonder if there's a circle template on here. Probably.
I mean, yeah, maybe just try to do one, but I didn't know. I guess I did try to just create one and size it, but then I didn't know how to get it to multiple on a sheet.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So you can copy it and paste it.
Oh, okay. Onto like a 8x11 or
Yeah,
something
let me
like that.
see if I can just start something. It won't be full, but let's just see. Okay. Now I got to move you guys' picture out of my way. Remind me later, Rakuten. Okay. I'm going to create a design up here and you can choose so many things for that. I mean, if you'll be printing them yourself, I would
Yeah.
imagine you'd want like an 8.5x11
Yeah.
thing, right?
Yes.
Which I think we have that, but if not, you can make your own. So flyer, that's too little. I don't know why they're not showing all. Let's just do custom size. So over here, I'm going to move it to inches.
You can,
And I'm
there's
going,
under recent, it says 8.
oh, there it is. Thanks. Yeah, because I did one recently.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but you could have just typed in whatever. So now this would be an 8.5x11. So let's see. I'm not sure I'm going to know the best way to do it, but off the fly, I'll just see what I could do. I normally go to elements
Oh, okay.
and type circle, because was it in a circle or was it a square?
It was a square, but circle's good. Yeah, because it's actually a circle. So
It is a circle. I figure if nothing else, you can use it as a guide. Now, I think we would want to, there's a ruler up there, which I had never noticed. We would need to
Oh.
measure a cotton cleanup. Do we know how big a cotton cleanup is? 2x2?
I can get one.
That'd be great. I think my son literally just took my tape measure upstairs and didn't bring it back yet. Measuring his muscles.
Yeah, I have one here.
Okay, yeah, see what the diameter is for me, por favor. I imagine it's
Sure.
like 2x2, but I could be wrong.
Yep, I think you're right. 2x2.5.
Okay, that'll work. So we'll just say 2x2. Okay, so one of the things you can do here, because right now it's little, is you can grab this. I've got to move y'all out of the way. Okay. You can change this little slider bar so you can see it at 100% or whatever. So when you're
Okay.
designing something little, you might want to make it big like that, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So I just chose this outline circle and I made it 2x2 by clicking the corner, and I'm just giving myself a template. The
Okay.
next thing you'd want to do is I'm just going to show you, like, go to text probably. And what did you want it to say?
Well, it said wax is love, soak it up. So that's why.
Wax is
wax.
love.
Yeah, is love, soak it up. And then it was kind of a Valentine theme, but then I was
Oh.
also thinking I could just put kind of the description of what it was for, but just for purposes, we'll just put, this.
Yes. Okay. So I just did a text heading. I typed in wax is love. If you want to change your font, because I'm all about the fonts, you can use any fonts you want. You can download fonts. You can just find something. Let's just see. Let's just do something. Whatever. I won't get too fancy, but let's just something like that.
Yeah.
Wax is love. And then you want to make a second one. So you're going to come over here and do another text, and you can just do subheading or whatever. Soak it up. Let's just do something like that. And then, I mean, like I said, you can do so many things on this. Now, when you're designing this, the thing is, you're going to have that little middle part, right? That we don't want to print on. So we probably want it below center. And when you're doing stuff in Canva, if you've never used it, when you click and drag your stuff, your elements, this guideline right there in the middle is showing you the center. So you can just keep going until you're below it.
Okay.
You can go a little more if you want. And it's also showing your left and right guide. So if you're like this and you're like, oh, I want to find the center, when you grab it and drag to the left, you'll see, oh, there's my center.
Okay.
So that's real handy. You can obviously highlight and come up here to this little A with the text colors. You could say, I want to do it Scentsy purple. You can change if you want to use colors, you can change your fonts, whatever you want to do. So we're not get too fancy right now. This, you can honestly, you don't really have to have the circle eventually if you don't want it to print. But for a guide, I think we would do it. This is just me. I've not really done the circle one for this specific reason. Now, let's say you're like, well, while I'm at it, why don't I put my info on them, right?
Yeah.
So make another text box. You could put, you know, Michelle Brockman. And then what's your website?
MichelleBrockman.Scentsy.us.
So you might just actually not.
Yeah.
I just put your website. Michelle Brockman. .Scentsy.us.
Yeah.
Okay, so you could do something like that. And obviously you wouldn't want it to be like that probably. So and make it a little smaller so it'll fit. So you can just come up here and bloop, bloop, bloop. And if that's like now it's, you know, like the font, you can change your font very easy, like something. The one I like should be up here. Quicksand, it's really easy to read. Something real simple like that.
Okay.
And you can make it bold if you want it bold or whatever. So would you want to put a phone number on it maybe?
Yeah. 903-271-1520.
And like I said, this you can change. Now, when you print this, you know, it's going to be the wrong way on the thing. So you can take that little twirly and you can do this.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so one side says that, and one side says that, and you can add anything you want. You can add pictures, you could add, you know, to reorder if you wanted to say that. So I normally do it right side up and then at the end flip it.
Okay.
So you could even just do.
Okay, cool. That was pretty easy.
Are you putting
Well,
them
and
on
then
the little holder part of the cotton cleanup? Is that where you're?
the holder's in the middle.
Right.
Yeah,
Is
yeah. I was
that-
gonna put it
Are you
on
folding
top
it
of
over
here.
that?
You know, I didn't even know. I was just gonna put it on top and maybe put it in a baggie. I was, you know, but yeah,
Yeah.
no, I see what you're saying though. I could cut it in half that way and just glue it on there.
Yeah, I glued some on with my last catalog release. I'd move it down a little bit like this. Let me show you. So when you print this, you could just, like if you're printing it onto circles, like labels that are already sticky, I don't know how well this would work. You may have to go into Avery. I think that's what I do. That's what I normally do. Okay, it's coming back to me. Once I've downloaded this, then this is my art that I put on Avery. I use avery.com and I'd find a 2x2 circle. But there is a template somebody used that had it like to account for that middle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you might have to cut it in half and apply it to both sides or something. There's probably a fancier way to do that. But anyway, you can change this, you can make this whatever. But let's say you wanted to, so that's how I normally do it. I don't really from here worry about having 9 of them. I go to avery.com, I upload this, I put it on a 2x2 circle one. It does all 9 of them when you've got the right template chosen and print. But if, let's just say you wanted to make something, you can grab up here and highlight this whole thing. I normally come over here to these little dots and click group, because now this is one thing instead of all those being separate.
Right.
See what I mean? And then you can literally just do, you know, command copy, command paste, and you've got another one.
Okay.
And you can paste and move them around. Oops, sorry. So you could do it that way too. Boy, I'm a mess.
Okay.
So you could just literally do that.
Oh, okay.
I got it so little I can't see it. Hang on. The Zoom picture of us is getting in my way everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. You're at like 10%.
Yes, I couldn't get to the bar. Oh, how about 328? Okay, let's get a grip. So that's one example of like how to get in and then like I said, if you wanted to, so let's say you've got this how you want it, you don't want this line to print, you can go back, click on it, click ungroup, and it takes all those separate parts away. You can click the outside thing only, just the circle, and delete it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. if you don't
Okay.
want the guide or you don't want it to show.
And then
And then if you
group all
didn't
that?
like that, yeah, you can group that by just highlighting it. Here's the cool thing, like, let's say we do all that, and then you're like, oh, I wish I had the circle back. You can just go undo, undo, and there it is. So,
Okay.
and sometimes what I'll do is a version like this is another favorite thing of mine. Let's say I'm kind of like, okay, I think I'm going to see if it's better with the circle or without the circle. I come right here at the top of the page and I click this and it gives me a second page. So then I can like play around with this one and still have this done. I do that a lot. Okay, that was a good question. There's probably a better, easier way to do. And like, if you want me to help you with that, I'm so happy to help you. How about like this QR code to my form that I was talking about, maybe? Let's see.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So if I want to create a design, maybe it's something I'm going to put, like I want to make kind of like a business card. I could have a business card is on here, right? Yeah.
So with your Google form for your VIP list, are you starting out with just everybody you have emails for? Because I mean, there is probably a good number of people I don't have emails for, but I have like.
No, I'm sending them text or Facebook messages. Some of them I don't have their cell phone, so I send them on Facebook message or vice versa.
Okay.
And then it would be as I go. My goal is to send it to everyone. So
Okay.
I just clicked business card. I'm not really sure. I haven't thought this one through too much either, but I'm looking over here. You can literally just come search and find a template that you like. If there's something that appeals to you and you're not super creative, sometimes I do that. Sometimes like for open house invitations, I'll just find something. I'll click in like holiday or, pumpkins, and something comes up that I like. If I don't find something I really like, then I'll start from scratch, because I tend to like simple background, like black background, or I don't know. Everyone has their style. And if you're not picky, then you can probably do a template. So far, I don't see anything I even remotely like, which is kind of surprising, but let's see. Just for the fun, for grins and giggles, as we say, let's click on that. Okay. So if you were wanting to do it from a template, I could do something like this. I could just click this and literally say, become I branded all yummy smells. So, oops, I can't type. And then I could write like scan me, and then I can try to insert my QR code. If you mess up like that, where I grab the wrong thing, you just do undo, which is really nice and forgiving. Now, I'm going to put a QR code in a minute, but one other thing I like to do, and if you don't like the font that came with it, you can click on it and change it, even though it was the template. That's totally customizable. And some of the ones you use a lot will be up at the top under recent, but your list is here. You can also say, like, I just want script. You can type in script or handwriting or formal or whatever. Where are the ones I like? I don't know. Anyway, I was going to try to put in a fancy one, but it doesn't have to be fancy right now. You could do something like that. Oh, no, that didn't work. That would make everyone cry. Okay, undo.
Abort mission.
Abort, yeah, abort. But it is fun to just like try and go, nope. I know, it's so weird. I had some that I really like. I'm surprised. The problem too is this font was capitalized. So it all went in capital. So I'm gonna leave it there for now, but you could change it to whatever.
That QR code thing on the side right there, is that the easy way to make
I think now it probably is, because this is new. So literally this is like a newer thing. Canva did not have this for a while. Click on QR code and you just put in your thing. So I'm going to go to my form. This is how easy it is now. It's like, man, back in my day, we used to have to. No, I don't know where that is. Open recent, maybe. I think I closed my form. So I'm just going to do, y'all can see what my husband sees, where I'm not very fast and I do things my weird way. I'm just going to do new window. Go to Google Forms. Okay. And then I'm going to go to my form, and right here, there's a send button. When you hit send, you can click right here in the middle on the link, and it gives you a link, which is a URL. I'm going to shorten it because that's much better, and then copy. And then now all I have to do is come over here, click into this URL, put that in, and looky there. Boy, that's amazing, isn't it?
Mhm.
So with this design that I picked, and like I said, I did this so quick, I'm going to work on it. So at least I've got myself a start here. This says scan me. So what I'm going to do is actually move it. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong thing. So you have to just make sure you click on the right thing and get your little crossbars to grab it. Sometimes it's tricky. I don't know why it's being so hard right in a second. Oh, my Lanta. Okay, hang on. If it gives me too much trouble, what I would do, maybe this, because it was a template, is made together. Maybe that's my problem. Then I would just solve that problem by like cutting that cut and then do a new text thing and just do it. I'm not going to waste my time something that's being difficult. And then I'll paste that. It doesn't keep, for some weird reason, it doesn't keep your fonts that you've chosen, which is kind of annoying, but it's a little thing. I chose Buffalo or something. Let's see. Where were you, Buffalo? Right there. And then you can angle things. So like you grab that, you can angle it. You can use your arrows to scooch you over if you can't get now. See, I can do that pretty easy. I'll just like scan me. This is too big. So I'm gonna make this bigger by dragging it down. Kind of click that down. I want this to be maybe a different color, maybe. So when you highlight it and you grab your color now, the cool thing is, especially if you're not real good with colors or whatever, right here it says photo colors. So it literally has all the colors that it can pick up from that picture, the template. So I could put hot pink and that stands out more. And then something I like to do is go to elements and type in arrow or curved arrow. And it's gonna, that's when I do a lot. So it's right there for me. And I'm gonna pick one I like, you know. Why is that double? That's so weird. I don't know why it did that. Very strange. That is, I've never seen that happen. That's so weird. What is happening? That is so weird to me. Huh. Okay, now it's white. So I'm going to click up here and this little color and pick one of the colors for my picture, maybe blue. What you'll notice is it's really big. So I need it small. So I just grab a corner, make it a lot smaller, move it over and go, I mean, that would work. I could do it that way. It's kind of like saying, scan me, like it's coming from there. If you're like, that's not the right direction, you could do it this way. You just rotate it. If you want it like this, you could put scan me over here. You just play around with what you like. So for me, I'm gonna go back. I think I actually liked it the other way a little better. I might do the same color. I might make it black. I mean, that's the thing. You just do it to your liking. You can see which looks best. If it's still too big and awkward and weird, you make it smaller. You know, you can change your stuff like that. So then you're like, well, there's this weird space over here. This is where you could add a text box or something. Like, let's imagine you've actually made these and every time you are seeing somebody, you are handing them one of these, then you might want to say something like, you know, scan this, you know, to make sure you never miss a thing and be entered for a surprise or something. It's one-on-one communication. You should be able to say something like that. If you're handing these to people, you couldn't post this publicly. If you put something about scan, you could even just do something, because I'm so wordy, like scan, enter, when, you know, I don't know, something catchy. That's not normally my style, but I think that would be pretty smart to do something not so wordy. I don't know. You could decide to do the same font, a different. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's helpful. Thank you.
Not too hard. I mean, you could do that and then you could add one, because like me, I'm like, oh, that's not enough information.
Yeah.
Like you could say, you just still write something else if you want to. Now, what I would normally do is I would say, oh, well, there's something, right? Like, I don't know if I'm in love with it, but what I do know is, why can't I scroll? Oh, I guess there's a back side on this business card template. But I could come up here and duplicate the page, which is what I would probably do. That way I could then, why didn't it do the duplication? Huh. Okay, I guess this is my second one here. I could change everything about it. Like I could say, I want this to be a different font. I want to move this to the right side. You know, you can do that and then still have your first one. A lot of times I go back and forth and just go, which one do I like? Which one do I like? I'll give you an example. I'm working on this band banquet for the high school. I use Canva for everything. This was my Bible class thing. We were making names for Bible class. This is my VIP topper. This is my one that I'm working on to share with the kids. And I made like so many versions by just doing, hang on, it's loading, templates. They had masquerade. I just put in masquerade because I think that's the theme we're going to do. So I did all these just to kind of get the idea, which one do I like better? And then I needed to like make something to share with the kids. So I did this one. I was like, that looks nice. It's like, oh, do I like the double yellow, like gold and black? And then I settled on, because I'm extra, oh, a triple gold with black on both sides. So like, I like that you can just kind of change it up a lot and practice around, and it's really forgiving. It's really easy. Like once you get in, you're just like, okay, I'm going to do this. There's so many things to do. Google form header is an actual category. Like I use it, look at it. I use this for so much. Oh, don't look, some of it's private. I'm just kidding. Like it's stuff that's going in the mail is what I mean. Let me see if I can find my little header.
Oh, you got a Scentsy Club one.
Yeah, and that one actually somebody shared. That one I didn't make. But for instance, this was the template over here. Welcome to our class. And it had this cute little rainbow. So all I did literally when I did this one is change it to smelly box sign up. I mean, that was it. Yummy smells VIP. I didn't do anything. But then I liked how it looked so much that when I did my Leander band thing, I was like, I just came into it and changed the colors. So when you click on it, these were like yellow, gray, white. I just changed it to Leander band colors and it looked so cute. I'm like, you know, it looks fancy. And this was under Google Classroom header. And that's what I use to make my Google form headers.
Okay, cool.
Anything else y'all were kind of wondering about, or something you'd like to make? Or well, and the thing about this business card, yes, you can print them and hand them, but you could just send that to like in a Facebook message and they could scan it. It could be, you know, true. It doesn't have to be whatever. This is my one I use for my VIP group. I think, let's see if it had a template name or not, or did I make it? I don't remember. I think I did click like Facebook cover. That's what I clicked for the size. And so like I basically from month to month kind of change them up. And sometimes I like what I do. And sometimes I, you know, like this is the one I think that won that month. This one I did. I'm so thankful for my VIPs.
And so you do it all in the same, you just change it up every month?
I do most of the time. Like this one needs to be deleted. I think there's a limit on pages. I think maybe 40. So eventually you'd have to like make a copy, or you could, you know, whatever, but I just normally keep them the same.
And so what, like that's like a 4x6 or something?
I clicked Facebook cover template or searched Facebook cover template. I don't know if it will, hang on, what did I just do? Abort. Okay. I don't think it tells me the size.
So it's just a Facebook cover template, but do you print that to put it with your boxes?
No, this one is on my VIP group in my Facebook group.
Oh,
it's the cover, it's the topper, like you know, yeah. Now
and then
when I do the thing
Facebook page.
What's that? Oh, how do you get it on?
Onto your Facebook
That's
page?
a good question. That's a great question. Okay, so let's just do this. So let's say this is the one I want. I click download. And right here, it's saying it's suggesting it as an MP4 video. I don't want that. Normally what it suggests is correct. But what that means is something I used in this page is animated. It was like an animated thing. So I'm going to change it just to PNG, high quality image. I don't mess with anything else except right here. Right now, it was going to download all the pages in my document. And I don't want that. I just want page number 1. So you can click all of them. You can click off. You can click 1 and 4, 1. So I'm just going to say 1 and then download. it normally downloads pretty fast. And this is where I could copy this and share it with you guys or whatever, and y'all can have it and change it. So now this has downloaded. I'm going to go to Facebook. I'm going to go to my group. I'm going to go to Megan Jimmy Smell VIPs. I'm going to come up to the top and I'm going to click edit. I don't think I need to click that. So right here at the top, I just click edit and then upload photo. And when I do that, it's right there. I click it, save it, it's done. Now, it is bigger. I don't know why Facebook cover isn't the right size for Facebook group, but I always keep it in mind and it still looks okay to me. So you could probably go try experiment and figure out what the thing is. I know I've Googled before, like what's the size, and it still wasn't right. Yeah, I've got 54 members, but I think I only had like 34 a week ago, which I am purposely keeping it small. You know, I don't want to do too much, but that's how you upload it. I need to update my business page one. My business page one is really out of date. For a while on my business page, I would put the warmer of the month every month on my banner and just swap it out. Look at this. That is my current one. Yikes. How long ago was that warmer? I never changed it. That's
I know, I
terrible.
did the same thing.
That's not good. And I know, like, here are some examples. For a while, I took that off and just put, like, ask me for a sample of the month. That was probably a good choice. I sometimes just change it by the color, try to keep it. So I'm about to rebrand my color, my look too, because I don't love that anymore. I don't know what colors, but because I like to change colors of the season. But there for a while, I was just using the same look every month, but changing. They're not that great. They look kind of, but anyway, that's what I do. What else? What else? Anything else? How to do something I can help you with?
Oh, that's very helpful.
Good. Well, I think the thing about Canva is it sounds scary, it sounds hard, but like here's an example. The Scentsy Club, somebody shared this on a page.
Yeah, I have that too.
Yeah, so I grabbed it and now, I mean, literally it's yours. You can download it, print it. This one it looks like a 4x6. So when I download them, that's when I print them. I print them as pictures at Walgreens usually. That's just what I've been doing for years. So that's what I do for my smelly boxes. If you wanted to add anything, you can just click on here and add it. So that's really nice. If there was something about it you didn't like, you could take it off and change it. But that's really handy that people are sharing their stuff now.
Yeah.
This one was shared by Kimberly Pluto. And this one you can print and put smelly stickers on and stuff. Or you could customize what you want on this page. So yeah, pretty handy. All right. Well, I'm glad that helped a little bit. I'm always happy to help with specific things. I guess I can stop screen sharing if I can figure it out. Stop share so you don't see my messy background. Yeah. Anything exciting happening with Scentsy right now for y'all? Are you struggling? Are you feeling?
I'm struggling a bit. Yeah. I mean, I'm still trying to get rid of a lot of warmers and some of my stock, some of the older stuff, right. But then I don't want to, selling stock is great, but I also want current sales too. So
yes.
But yeah, I think that the inflation definitely is
killing people.
Yeah. So we'll see. I know.
I just remind myself I'm just thankful I'm American and not a Ukrainian at least. So there's that.
I know, right?
It could always be worse, even if it feels not great.
Absolutely.
Well, I guess that's all I have. I think it was good. And if there's something we want to talk about next time, let me know. I think we're still pretty set for every other week for a while. I don't think I ran into any major issues. Like I said, I think it timed out really perfect. So I'm trying not to change it because of Easter and Mother's Day and things that are weird. I didn't check. Next one might be a little tricky because it's spring break week, I think, right? So like we have Sunday. The next
maybe-
one I might struggle to do because I think we'll be out of town that day.
So I either wrote this.
Actually, I think we're back Saturday, so that might be fine. But anyway, what were you saying?
Well, I'm looking at Easter, and it looks like we would fall on Easter. Am I
Is
wrong?
it?
Today's the 6th, right?
Yeah.
So
Does it
the
look like it?
20th.
I might have done something weird. Let's see, because the 17th is Easter, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. So team connection. The 3rd. Oh yeah. So we probably won't do that. I don't know why I thought I was so accomplished. Oh,
Well, I was writing
because on
down,
my calendar, what it is, I actually have that one skipped and I have us on the 24th. So we
Okay.
will do a couple week. We'll do the
Okay.
3rd. We'll do whatever. Where are we? We're on the 6th. I plan to do the 20th. I plan to do the 3rd. And then I plan to skip 2.
Okay.
And then the 24th. And then actually that also, I think I'm skipping Mother's Day. So yeah, I don't know why I was bragging about it. I think we're just going to go 3 weeks sometimes. I think that's what's going to happen. But that's okay. You guys know, and anyone watching the video, if anyone watches the video, I'm always available. If you're like, hey, I need to check in, or I need help with this, we just need to make a time and we will do it. I always love to help, and I'm always here if you need me. So, but yes, now I'm planning an 18th birthday party for in a couple weeks.
Oh
I'm
my
planning
gosh.
the band banquet, and of course a graduation party, all in a very short manner of time here, just a few months.
Yes, I can't believe that. Do you know what day he graduates?
May 26th at 8 a.m. Oh, we got the short straw this year, of course. That's terrible.
Well, is it
At least
it's probably
in Cedar
inside.
Park and not at the Frank Irwin Center, because that's where I graduated from. was the
Yes,
Frank
thankfully, I believe it's at the Cedar Park Center, which will be so much better.
Irwin.
And honestly, at least for the first ones in, so the traffic would be better for us. And
Yeah.
you know, because everyone trying to get in, I've always
Parking.
driven by like, oh my goodness, it's such a mess. So, oh, and let me just share this as one last thing. So I might have shared this, but it's been so long ago now. During marching season, we're always sitting and waiting. Like you go to a contest, it's all day. If your band makes the final, they make you get out of the stadium and come back in because they sell 2 sets of tickets. Even if you have the all day ticket, you have to come out, sit, wait for them to open. So you go get in this ginormous line that goes around the whole building. Well, we just decided we're not leaving. Some people leave for dinner. We sit there. So we kind of camped out. Well, because we did that and a couple other parents in the know did that, we started talking and visiting. So one lady that I chatted with was a grandmother from a different school in town. And so we talked a little bit, and then when her daughter came to sit down, we started chatting. Well, it turns out, you know, Scentsy came up because she was talking about how expensive band was and band fees and senior trip, and she was going through a divorce. And so it just became a moment where I was like, oh, am I that person? Am I going to share, or am I like, oh? So I remember debating because it's not my strength either. I don't want to be obnoxious or be like, oh yeah, lady, whatever. But I heard a need and thought this is exactly what I should do. So I'm just gonna, in my way, which is not pushy, share that I could do a fundraiser for her.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? I could do a fundraiser, or she could even join, and it could be a business. So I just mentioned it, and she actually was really open.
Good.
Good. There's a little delay.
Yeah.
He was trying to unmute himself, and it wasn't very.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really funny. That's awesome. So anyway, that happened, and it took us a while because we were both insanely busy. And then I finally got her a basket, and then she said she didn't really have that many friends around, and she wasn't sure. So it really kind of became this thing where I needed to follow up, or she needed to follow up. It was busy, and she was going through a lot. I forgot. She has the basket. She has the party still. I never got it back. I dropped it off. We never did anything with it. Out of the blue, she messaged me recently and basically said it's a better time for her now, that she would still like to do it. So I need to get my rear in gear and like make something happen. So we're going to try. She's looking for guidance. She didn't really know how to do it. She says she has people long distance that would support her more than local. So I'm thinking we're going to try bingo or something. But you never know. Like, you know, just opportunities aren't out there. They start feeling like they don't exist sometimes to me. Like it's just nobody wants to do this. But you just never know. So trying to focus myself, my word is focus and simplify, and get some more things done. And I wish you all the best of doing some of the same. Like, go through your list, get your things updated, and see if you
I need
can't
to
get
do
some
that.
basket parties or online parties or fundraiser links or something. Keep
Sounds
asking.
good. Yes.
All right. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate y'all making the time to
Thank
get
you.
on. Good to see your faces.
Yeah, we'll talk
Okay.
soon.
Talk to you later. Hang in
Bye.
there. Bye. Take a
Bye.
nap.
Yeah.